Well, hey there, fabulous book lovers. I'm so excited for you to join me today. We're going to do another live Q&A, so if you are joining me live, drop your questions in the comment box below. If you're watching our rebroadcast on YouTube, go ahead and put your questions in the comments, and I will answer those in a later video. Thank you so much for joining me over on our Facebook page, facebook.com/KMRobinsonBooks. Now, we have a really great question I wanted to answer today from Jenny, and Jenny wrote in and asked me, how did I know that I wanted to work with this publisher, and how did I know that I wanted to go this particular route? So this is a really great question, Jenny. Thank you for asking. This actually goes back to an interview I did last week with book blogger Alexis from Mad for Books Love. I've actually put that in our title. So if you're watching live or if you're watching on Facebook, that link is up in the title. If you are watching on our rebroadcast on YouTube, that's down in the show notes below, where I go into detail about how I got involved in writing, which is actually a pretty interesting story. There were a lot of interesting things that happened along the way to get me to this point. You're going to notice that there were a lot of things that happened to really lead to this point, because I did not intend on doing this at all. This was not my plan when I had started. So check out that interview. You will find out how I got into writing, and then that will play into this answer on how I picked this particular publisher. So I'm working with Snowy Wings Publishing for Golden and for my next series, Jaded. And I just loved this. I had gone through the process of not wanting to publish at all. I was just writing for fun. And then I got convinced to work in or look into the publishing industry as something that I could actually do with my book. And so as I was going through the process of figuring out what I wanted to do with it and where I wanted to go, I really, really, really researched what I was getting myself involved in. So I picked a handful of publishers and agents I was maybe considering working with. There were one or two publishers that I really wanted to work with, and I researched them. And then I reached out to them, and a lot of the time I had a really good response. I had some offers, I had a lot of interest, and I ended up turning most of it down. Now, don't get me wrong, I did not have an offer from everywhere I reached out to. That is not how that played out. But the ones that I was really interested in, they were interested in me, and it was really cool. And I got some no's from them eventually, and sometimes I got some yeses, and I got some offers, and I ended up turning everything down. And then for a good year, I did nothing. I had other things to do. I wasn't really planning on pursuing it any further. And then Snowy Wings came around, and it was just such a good fit. Things were so right. I had all those things that I really wanted addressed within working with a publisher, addressed with working with Snowy Wings. And so that ended up being where I went with this. And I have some amazing publishing siblings. We have some amazing people over at Snowy Wings. And if you follow Snowy Wings Publishing on social media at Snowy Wings Pub, you know that I do a lot of the marketing work for them. And we do a lot of these live videos. So you'll see my face all over the internet, because I do things for Reading Transforms. I do things for KM Robinson Photography. I do things for Snowy Wings Publishing. And now here I am over on my author platform. So you'll see me a lot there, and it just happened to be a really good fit for me. I knew this is what I wanted to do because it was where I felt comfortable. Everything that I needed addressed was addressed. I didn't have to worry. I really trust the people that I'm working with. So it's a fantastic way to get involved. I highly recommend Snowy Wings Publishing. If you are an author or an aspiring author and you are looking to get your books out there, Snowy Wings is a great place to be. If you want me to connect you, please let me know. I will connect you. But Jenny, that is the answer to my question. That came up when I least expected it. I was not prepared for it. I didn't know that it was coming, and it kind of shifted a little bit of what I was doing, because it wasn't exactly in line with what I thought I was going to be doing. But this is so much better. I love it. So I'm really very, very pleased with where I am now. Thank you so much for writing in, Jenny. If you guys have questions, let me know. We did another broadcast earlier on this week where I answered some other questions. I'm going to be continuing to answer questions. If you check out my Instagram page, which is instagram.com/KMRobinsonBooks, you can find me on all social media at KMRobinsonBooks. You will see I did a really cool behind-the-scenes Instagram story today where I talked about the school talks that I'm going to be doing locally soon. And I talked about some of the other things that I have going on within my author brand that are meaningful to you, including that cover reveal that is coming out later this week. I'm so excited. I've got my team ready to go. I'm going to be sending those out to them in the next day or two. So if you are on my team for the cover reveal, you're going to see it really, really soon. Our formatting is just about done. ARCs are coming out soon. I will keep you posted on that. If you are not signed up for that, jump onto newsletter.kmrobinsonbooks.com. That'll get you connected with everything that you need to know for getting that out there. Or you can send me a message on any of my social media platforms, or you can email me, katie@kmrobinsonbooks.com. Thank you so much for joining me. And again, if you've got questions, drop them in the chat box below. Drop them in the comments. Let me know. I am here to answer your questions, give you behind the scenes, and help you out with your author journey if you are an aspiring author, or giving you some really cool book ideas if you are a book lover, book reviewer, bookstagrammer, and things like that. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm KM Robinson, author of Golden, which is coming out March 28th. So excited. It's going to be amazing. You guys have a fabulous day and stay inspired.